Right guys, how's it going? It's Shay here, uneven bounce. Hope you guys are well. So England announced their white ball squads for the upcoming short tour. I think spans about 12 days in total of actual international cricket against South Africa. It's got 2 games in Paarl and 4 games in Cape Town. If you look on the screen right now, you can see the schedule there. You've got the first game on Friday, November 27th, the first T20 at Newlands. Then you head over to Paarl for the second T20 2 days later. Then a couple of days later, they go for the third T20, third and final T20 back at Newlands in Cape Town. And then you've got a 3-day break, and it's 3 ODI matches. So the first one is on December the 4th, Newlands, and then 2 days later, Sunday the 6th of December, back in Boland Park, Paarl. And then obviously got the final match on Wednesday, the 9th of December, the third and final ODI. So yeah, that's the schedule. So it's got 3 matches, 3 T20s and 3 ODIs. Again, if you look back on the screen, you can see the 2 squads that have been announced for England. So they obviously got, as I mentioned before, the T20s first. So if you start that squad, you've got Owen Morgan as captain, Moeen Ali, Joff Archer, Johnny Bairstow, Sam Billings, Josh Butler, Sam Curran, Tom Curran, Chris Jordan, David Malan, Adil Rashid, Jason Roy, Ben Stokes, Reece Topley and Mark Wood. That's the T20 squad. And then for the 3 matches after that, the 3 ODIs, you've got the ODI squad is Owen Morgan, Moeen Ali, Jonathan Bairstow, Sam Billings, Josh Butler, Tom Curran, Lewis Gregory, Liam Livingston, Adil Rashid, Joe Root, Jason Roy, Ollie Stone, Reece Topley, Chris Wokes and Mark Wood rounding up the squad. So yeah, as we have it, the other 2 squads have been announced for England. So yeah, let's just talk about it. So we start off first of all with the T20s, as you can see, which is going to be the first 3 games England will be playing. If you go through the squads now, so what screams out to me really is that Joe Root is still not there. Now, I've said before in the past about this, I personally feel that Joe Root could potentially take Moeen Ali's second spinner slot. I think Adil Rashid is very much the first premium white ball spinner for England. But I do feel, though, is that Joe Root, on the back of his performances last year, goes only long ago, a couple of months ago, against Australia in the ODIs, and also what he did in the Vitality Blast. He did very well with the ball as well as with the bat. I honestly believe that if Moeen Ali's going to play the way he's been playing, as he has for the past 12 months now, especially in T20 cricket, that for me, I feel like that Joe Root, it's worth a gamble in giving Joe Root that opportunity. Now, I know obviously we're heading into a big 12 months ahead for the England cricket team. Obviously, Joe Root being Test captain, it's obviously a very important component of that whole England setup. But he's obviously desperate to play in cricket for England in the T20 arena. I really feel like he can be as effective as Moeen Ali, if not more effective. But Moeen Ali's been given another shot at T20 cricket as well as ODI cricket. It's more palatable for me in ODIs, but not T20s. I would have got rid of him. I would have gone with Joe Root as a second spinner. Matt Parkinson's been done away with. I believe Liam Dawson's still injured, unfortunately, because I think very much once he's fit, he will come into contention to usurp Moeen Ali. So that's kind of what stuck out to me, first of all, from reading these squads. There's no real great shakes about it. I mean, the people have been dropped. We've got Sakib Mahmood has been dropped, which is unfortunate. Matt Parkinson's not there either. They were intimating basically the main outlets that David Willey would have got to go, but instead he's unfortunately injured. He's got a back injury, so Reece Topley's coming in. So Reece Topley's actually there in both squads. And Reece Topley, I've watched a fair bit of this past summer for Surrey, obviously, in the T20 Blast. He did pretty well. He was bowling at a reasonable pace, good variation, bowling with a new ball. So, I think it's quite well documented now, isn't it, in T20 cricket, that left arm seamers are important to a successful side with those angles into the right-handed batsman. So I can see where Reece Topley's been given another go. My problem is, he was obviously given a chance against Ireland as well a few months ago now. Against England at home, for England at home against Ireland. But he pulled up injury again, didn't he? I think he missed the third third T20 or third ODI, I can't remember, but I know he missed one match due to injury again. My worry is with Reece Topley is that he just seems to be made of glass. I mean, to be fair, he played a fair few games for Surrey, so that was good to see. He kind of managed to string some games together, but I still worry about his kind of longevity on the international stage, where he's able to perform as cricketer for England. You know what we've seen for the likes of Sussex and Surrey in recent times. But anyway, speaking of fast bowlers, I see Ollie Stone again being called up. He's in the ODI squad. I'm a bit baffled by this one, to be honest with you. Ollie Stone, I don't know what he's done. He's clearly got something over these guys. Maybe he's got the same pitches, uncompromising pitches of Ed Smith that Josh Butler had a few months ago. Maybe Josh Butler passed one to Ollie Stone once he found form. But Ollie Stone continues to get a chance. He continues to get a reprieve. They obviously have got a massive hard-on for Ollie Stone due to the England management. There's something about him they really like. Now, I get it. Tall, fast, aggressive bowler. He should do well on these wickets in South Africa, but for me, I understand obviously with Archer not playing in the ODIs because obviously he's been rested along with Corrin and Ben Stokes. That maybe because of that they decided to bring him in as a like for like kind of replacement where he can back up Mark Wood there as the fast bowling opening pair. I feel a little bit of a slack of a mood, to be completely honest. I mean, he didn't perform that well. I appreciate that in the summer, our summer. That being said, I think he probably deserved an opportunity. I think these wickets would have been quite conducive to his bowling, especially at Newlands. I think he could have been quite effective, but anyway, it wasn't to be. So I'm not sure if he's on the reserve list. I know Tom Banton's there. Tom Banton's been dropped to the reserve list, which is a little bit unfortunate for him, obviously, but I don't think he can complain too much. We did okay. He's got a 50 against Ireland. He fluffed his opportunities against Australia. David Milan was the one who really took him, grabbed it with both hands, didn't he? So Banton drops down to reserve list. I haven't got in front of me the other two, but I know there's a couple of other reserves which is not in front of me. But anyway, I'll just research it and put it in the description box. Anyway, Lewis Gregory's also there in the ODI squad. Obviously, I mentioned before that Sam Curran, Jofra Archer, and Ben Stokes. Well, I'm not sure I did mention it, but those three are not going to be part of the ODI leg, which obviously falls to T20s. Even though it's part of the Super League qualification, so the ODI World Cup 2023 qualification, and will contribute towards Super League points. Wilkes Archer and Sam Curran won't be there. They're being rested. So I do get it a lot, especially with Archer and Sam Curran. Ben Stokes, yes, I mean, the reason it's been cited is because it's got a monster year ahead. You've got the test tours to Sri Lanka and India, and then I got a full summer programme, and then culminating at the end of the year with the 2021 T20 World Cup in India, and obviously the Ashes down under. So I get that, and I think Stokes will be rested again before the next 12 months for sure. In the next 12 months, but they're trying to give him as much opportunity to rest when he can. Me personally, obviously, he missed the end of the Pakistan series. Didn't play first half of the IPL. He probably could have been okay to carry on and play again for England in both white ball series here in South Africa, but clearly they've decided to give him a rest, but fair enough. So Lewis Gregory gets another opportunity. Liam Livingston's there as well. Liam Livingston's obviously been thereabouts for a long time now. I do feel it's there for him to have a proper opportunity, a consistent opportunity. Obviously, he played against New Zealand, 18 months ago now, was it, roughly? I think he actually deserves a proper go. He's got a bit of experience as well in South Africa with Cape Town Blitz. He's played MSL there for them, so he could, he's also backed his Persiculturist contract as well, so he's playing back in the BBL this year. I do think Liam Livingston could potentially force his way in. I'm not sure there's a space for him and Sam Billings on the same side, but I won't mind Liam Livingston getting a proper go. When I mean proper go, I mean at least all three matches really in this series. He's not in the T20 squad, he's in the ODI squad. So I would like to see Liam Livingston actually play all three ODIs. I don't want to see him just kind of like in for one and then maybe out for one, then back in for one, or the first two and then dropped. I'd love to see him getting 3 opportunities to play the whole series and see how he gets on. Just give him a bit of comfort. looks just looking who else to see really kind of stands out. Not, I think it's fairly straightforward. I mean, Tom Curran is in both squads, which understandable. For me, in terms of the people also in the ODI squad who could replace Archer, Curran, and Stokes, I only really see likes of Lewis Greggy for Stokes, and I said Ollie Stone for Archer. For Sam Curran, you could argue his brother's potentially the replacement there. Interesting to see who they go with. In terms of the bowling, because Stone, Wokes, Topley, Wood. Along with Ali and Rashid. I don't see all six playing. You might see Moeen Ali drop out potentially. I really like to see Joe Root given a proper bowling opportunity, just to see how he gets on, just to see maybe could he potentially be a fully fledged all rounder in white ball cricket for England. I'd love to see that at the back of what he's done. The last couple of months for England and Yorkshire. I'll have to wait and see. I don't think they'll do that. I think they'll probably go back to Moeen Ali as a second spinner in ODI cricket. But T20s, I would have given Joe Root a go, but obviously he's not there, so I guess it really matter. But I think that's it really. I mean, Davi Milan's obviously there as well. Obviously after another scintillating series against Australia. So we'll see how he gets on. I think he might feel a bit hard done by. We see Liam Livingstone in the ODI squad. He might feel like he deserves an opportunity as well to be there ahead of Livingstone on the back of what he's done in the T20 arena. But for now, he's going to have to contend with and make do with a T20 spot. So yeah, that's it really. I think that's it, guys. Yeah, not much really. Nothing hugely surprising. As I mentioned, Ollie Stone, Reece Topley. I mean, would David Willey be given a chance? Really, I kind of feel they've moved past David Willey. So I'm not even sure if Reece Topley wasn't fit. Would Topley have played, or would they have gone back to Sakib Mahmood? Sorry, would Willey have got the call up, or would they have just gone back to Sakib Mahmood? I'm not sure. I just kind of feel like Ed Smith is past David Willey now. He wasn't picked for the Australia series after doing so well against Ireland. I just feel like maybe his time might have come. So it didn't seem to be a toss up between Willey and Topley against Australia. So why would it be the situation now against South Africa? Anyway, alright guys, so for me, we'll actually say one thing about Josh Butler, because he spent as much time in the bubble, I believe, as Jofra Archer and Sam Curran, or very close to. He's picked in both squads. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's because Jofra Archer's been quite vocal about his wanting a break and, release from the bubble, and Josh Butler hasn't. But I think Josh Butler could have potentially been rested as well. Now that you have a ready-made... Oh, sorry, my mic has slipped there. I think you have a ready-made replacement in Sam Billings to keep, and obviously to bat middle order, or even bat top of the order. He's done it before for Kent, so he could have done that potentially. Here as well. He could have took Butler's spot and could have given Josh Butler a rest, because Josh Butler now, off the back of this summer, he's very much a 3-format player for England, and he's a very big, very important part of all three squads for the next 12 months as well, just like the Stokes and Archer. So, we'll see. Yeah. So, that's it really, guys. I wanted to talk about Sam Curran a bit more, but I'm just going to leave it there. I just wanted to talk about his all-round ability off the back of the IPL, how well he's done, but maybe I'll leave that for another video. But anyway, that's it for me, guys. If you enjoy the content, please do like the video, share, comment, subscribe. Do please subscribe, that'd be great. I'm on 93 subscribers, I think, at the moment. I would love to get to 100, that magic 3-digit figure. I would love that, to get 100 subscribers. That'd be amazing. So yeah, if you new to the channel, you like the content, do subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I hopefully will see you on the next one. Alright, cheers guys.